Okay, so with me being a truck driver, there are 3 necessities that I must have in order to do this job. First and foremost, hate plugging a sponsor, but this is what I try to drink most of the time. Gives me a kick. If I'm not drinking this, it's Code Red. Need my caffeine so I can stay alert. And then, well, right about now, I need good music. Right about now, the radio is driving me crazy, and I don't have the music collection that I used to have. And so I've got like 3 CDs, and I've listened to them all so many damn times that, I'm a little frustrated. And the radio is just where I'm at. They ain't playing nothing. But I need good music. It helps to keep me alert. Gives me a little bit of drive. And then, of course, I need this. And I don't know if you can see it or not. My snus. Nicotine. Why nicotine? That keeps me from killing you damn 4-wheelers. Keeps me from going Mad Max. I know some of you all don't mean it. Be obnoxious, fucking with us. And others, I straight up know you do it on purpose. And for as much as lately, as the times may be, you got all these people going, oh, it's the end of the world. Armageddon is upon us, and it's the end of days. You better fucking hope it ain't not. Because if it is, and the shit really does hit the fan, well, guess what? You're still going to need us truckers out there delivering all that shit that you think magically appears on your shelf so you can buy it. But at that point in time, we ain't going to give a fuck. We going to go Mad Max on you. You get in our way? I'm not saying that I would or wouldn't. But you know how Oprah is like, you get a book, you get a book, you get a book. I'm gonna be evil Oprah. You're in a ditch, you're in a ditch, and you're in a ditch. Yeah, don't fuck with truckers. Damn. But anyway, I'm telling you, doctor's already on my ass about 2 of the things that I do. Shouldn't be on the caffeine, all that extra sugar. And I try to limit it, I really do. And I'm watching my numbers, and my numbers are way better than they used to be. But, that caffeine, as they would say, probably ain't too good for the old ticker. But, hey, my blood pressure's actually good. And, my heart rate has always been fast. Always. I was born with a fast heart rate. But that caffeine really gets me jonesing. And then, of course, like I said, the music keeps me alert. But, man, I need some music. And I tried getting my damn phone to pair up with the damn stereo, and it refuses to pair up. I don't know what I'm going to do. Tried going to Walmart to buy some extra CDs, and Jesus Christ. Has the music industry gone to that much shit that you can't buy freaking music? They had just the crappiest freaking music there. And then you go to the freaking truck stops, and when are the truck stops going to realize that not every trucker is yeehaw country? There is some country music I like. But a lot of it, I just, it's not me. And believe me, I appreciate music. I was raised on music. That's part of my useless knowledge. Music from the 40s up until, I don't know, 2000, I'm really good at. The newer stuff, probably not so much. Unless, of course, it's metal, because that's the music that's my number one. Give me some Slipknot. Woo! But yeah, the truck stops, Jesus, it's like all country music. I just ain't down with that, I guess the fact is, country music, me being a metalhead most of my life, the whole thing about playing metal backwards, you hear messages. And the thing with country music, you play it backwards, well, you get your job back, your house back, your car back, your truck back, your dog back, you get that goddamn wife back. Yeah, no, it's just not for me. But like I said, if the doctor knew how much caffeine I was drinking, she'd be on my ass. And of course, the cigarettes, that's gonna kill you. Well, breathing the goddamn air is gonna kill you. And let's face it, I've been smoking, I'm 48 years old. I did quit for 4 years. And then when I shattered my wrist, got stressed, started back up. But let's see, I had my first cigarette right around age 5. It was a Camel non-filter. There was 5 of us. I was the last one to take a hit of that cigarette. And I watched my friend. Number 2. 3, 4. And I'm going, And I'm an extremely intelligent person. I sized up what was going on. But I couldn't back out. I couldn't look like a wimp. So I took that hit. Held it in my mouth for as long as I could. Then I inhaled. Woo! There ain't nothing like the feeling off the first hit of a cigarette. And you never get that feeling back again. You get really lightheaded. And then you see these sparkly little, not quite like fireworks, but almost like living fireworks. Kind of like electric semen. Kind of just dancing before your eyes. Yeah, I said it, electric semen. And, I wasn't, oh my God, a pack-a-day smoker. But, it just kind of kept going. I'd sneak a cigarette here, sneak a cigarette there. By the time I was 12, I was a pack-a-day smoker. So, look at it that way. If you take age 12 as my, really official smoking, even though I started at age 5. And then there was one time that I quit for 18 months. It was rather involuntary, as I'll put it. I wasn't always the upstanding citizen that I am today. And then, of course, I quit for 4 years before starting back up. So, 5.5 years. So, we go age 12, 48, that's 36 years. Minus 5.5, we'll just round it to 6. I've been smoking 30 goddamn years. Still kicking. Don't even say, oh my God, you're advocating smoking, because no, I am not. I wish to hell I never started. Wish to hell I never got addicted. Health problems that it may or may not have created, but the main issue is what I look at. fucking price of cigarettes. Jesus Christ. Here it is, I live in Ohio, where getting a carton of Marlboros is like 77 fucking dollars. That lasts me a week. I don't even buy my cartons in Ohio no more. I'm a truck driver, and I Googled it. Where is the cheapest place to buy cigarettes? I figured Tennessee, something like that. No! Missouri. I'm fortunate enough that the company that I work for is based in Missouri. So guess who's in Missouri at least once a week? Where it still isn't that cheap. It's like 61 and change. But that's like saving 15 bucks. So yeah, I'll do it. But I am not advocating smoking. I would tell anybody, especially kids, don't start. And this vaping shit, God, don't even start that shit. I did that for a while. And I, thinking, as it came out, oh, it's healthier. No, it's not. I think I did it for maybe a little over 6 months. Nope. I felt like shit. My lungs literally felt like I was drowning because of all the water vapor. So no, I would advocate to anybody, no, don't start smoking. God, fucking don't start vaping. So yeah, we drink tons of caffeine, we smoke, and we listen to loud, heavy metal music in order to do my job, in order to get things from point A to point B, so that way either you can go to the store and consume something, or it can be made into something that you can buy. God, the sacrifices I make so the general public can have their shit. Okie dokie. So, what else can we go with? Other than the fact that yes, I am extremely intelligent. I have a high IQ. I'm not going to brag about it. Let's put it this way. My half-brother, when he entered into the military and he had to do all his testing, he scored the second highest on the test. And that would have been 19. God damn, when the hell did he go in? My parents signed him off to go into the military at 16, I believe. Might have been 17. For some reason, I think it was 16. And he's 9 years older than me, so that would have made me, well, let's figure it out from there. He's 9 years older than me. So at 16, that would have made me 7. No. He was 17. Yeah, I was definitely 8. So he scored the second highest in all the tests. Now, when I turned 17, I joined the military. I had to do all them goddamn tests. And I scored second highest. And that, of course, was 10 years later. 9 years later. I know I scored pretty high on my SATs. What was it, 1420 out of 1600, which that's pretty goddamn good. ASVABs, I don't remember my score, but it was pretty high. I remember when I was going through MEPS, That's when you're, doing all your, getting your medical shit and all. You're basically, you're getting ready to sign your intent. You're getting ready to go to boot camp, whole 9 yards. And I remember I had a Navy and an Air Force recruiter come up to me, ask me my name. Because even at the end, they're still trying to, each branch is still trying to get a hold of you. They saw my test scores and they're like, oh my God, we can get you to this program, that program. Oh. Why are you joining the Corps? I was like, well, numerous reasons. One, my father went in the Corps at age 17. So you kind of like a family tradition. And I said, and more important than that, I get to kill people with my bare hands. I never saw recruiters walk off so fast in my life. So, we'll talk about military career someday. I spent most of my life not talking about it. Just because I was so pissed off. I was pissed off at the events that happened. I was pissed off at the fact that I allowed those events to happen. But you know what? Somebody had to make the stand. And I did. And fortunate enough, I did not have to pay the price that was being presented to me. I had somebody come and save my ass. But that's another story for another time. Oh, so where were we? Oh yeah, my doctor. I think I scare her at times. I think she really does enjoy me because I'm such a different kind of patient. My personality is a little weird. Most people are either introverted or they're extroverted. Sometimes people will switch. Very few people are introverted and extroverted at the same time. I am. When I'm home, and I'm sorry, sun's coming in, making it look all weird on fading on me. But when I was a kid, now granted my mother knew she had her hands full of me. I was introverted and extroverted at the same time. I learned to walk late. I don't know if it was the fact that I learned to walk late or I was trying to give my father, a birthday present. Because I took my first steps on his birthday, which would have made me 14 and a half months old when I took my first steps. And so, hey, happy birthday, Dad. I took my first steps on your birthday, and then I fell and hit the coffee table, split my lip open, and they had to rush me to the hospital where, he got to spend the rest of his birthday in an emergency room so they could sew my lip shut. Happy birthday, Dad. So, late walking, I was late talking. I didn't want to talk. My mother had to force me to talk because I just had this way, and I still do it. I drive my old lady nuts at times. At first, okay, if I wanted a cookie, I wouldn't ask for a cookie. I'd just point. Cookie jar was on top of the fridge. I'd point on top of the fridge. And of course, at first, Mom would be like, "Oh, you want a cookie?" So I wouldn't talk. She finally caught on, so she finally, made it where I had to talk. I had to say what I wanted. So, introverted. But then, when I would start talking, I was a sponge. And being born on a Marine Corps base, well, you can just imagine what some of the first things I said was. You get the Marines marching even through the base housing. Mom said some of the first things I said was like Marine Corps ditties, I know a girl that live up the hill. She won't do it, but her sister will. I don't know, but I've been told Eskimo pussy mighty cold. So, yeah, that could be a little outlandish to have like a 18-month-old kid reeling off little Marine Corps ditties. And that wasn't half of it. Because if you think about, if you know me well enough, I have a hard time not slipping in rather colorful adult superlatives. Fuck, shit, all that. So yeah, those were coming out of my mouth. But, like commercials. Oh God. I wish I had all the pictures. My parents are dead, and I really wish, well, actually I've been told where the photo albums are, and I'm really pissed off that this person has those photo albums, and that too, she has never contacted me to even offer to, I mean, if she wants them, that's fine. They can make copies. So yeah, I'm a little pissed about that. But back in the day, there's a picture of me doing this. And I remember asking my mom, and what the hell is this picture? She says, I had told you to pick up your toys and put them in your toy box. And you went, I have a headache. Because at the time there was like some commercial and some woman was going, I have a headache. And I picked it up, and because, she wanted me to pick up my toys, well, I didn't want to pick up my toys. I have a headache. So, yeah, that's the thing. But like I said, my mom knew she was going to have her hands full with me. One, I stressed them out to begin with. I almost died at 6 weeks old. Had to have surgery. And I had naturally kind of I have a mistrust in doctors, especially military doctors. You're some of the biggest freaking quacks out there. Because they told me, what was happening is that my mom would feed me, and then give it half an hour, I'd throw it back up. And it was getting worse and worse and worse. I mean, literally, I was projectiling. Like, I could make Linda Blair look weak. So, they were taking me to the doctors to find out what was wrong. And the doctors were all, well, he's allergic to breast milk. Give him cow's milk. Or put him on formula. That was the first thing. Put him on formula. Oh, okay, well, he must be allergic to formula. Give him whole milk. Oh, he's allergic to whole milk, but put him on goat's milk. Put him on soy milk. Put him on this milk. So this one time, as my mom took me to the fucking doctor, again, we could hear what I'm supposedly allergic to, and get the next thing. Mom had fed me, and of course, here comes the doctor with his whole, I just don't know what it is. And it was about time. I'm sitting in a little baby gurney, and he is at the foot of the bed. And I nail him. Square in his chest. And he's like, wow. I actually have an idea. I actually just got through reading up on this here not too long ago. I would like to do an exploratory and see if this is what it might be. So they did an exploratory, and yes, come to find out, at 6 weeks old, I'm already below my birth weight. I had what was called pyloric stenosis. Now, when you eat, it of course goes in your mouth, goes down your esophagus, into your stomach, and then goes and starts going into your intestines. Now, you have what they call a pylorix muscle, and it wraps around the beginning of your intestine. And if it's working correctly, it's supposed to kind of work like a word, like how I'm kind of working my fingers. Well, mine did not work that way. Basically, every time I ate, it just kept getting stronger and stronger and wouldn't work the way it was supposed to, and was just starting to clamp shut. Until finally, it got to the point where, I'd eat, couldn't go down. Stomach says, okay, you've been here too long, send it back up, and then I'd projectile. And then the dumbass nurses, the military nurses, they'd come over. They had so many issues, my mom would call them up going, he's throwing up. Oh, you mean spitting up? No, lady, I mean it leaves his mouth and goes up at least a foot. That's not spitting up. Then they had issues with the fact of I was a crib rocker. So after my surgery, they actually had to tie me down in bed because they didn't want me moving around and opening up where they had had surgery. So they would tie me down in bed, which was just perfect for a crib rocker. It was driving my parents nuts because I guess no matter where they put me in the room, I could actually build up enough momentum crib rocking that I would scoot the crib across the floor and always go to the wall that their bedroom was on the other side. So you would hear this bang, bang, bang. So anybody who's had kids, that on a crib they have the padding. It goes on the inside of the crib. Not my crib. No. My parents put that padding on the outside of the bed. And of course, they'd put the bed back across the room, and I would eventually, of course, get it across the room. The padding kept it from going kerbang to kertang. Well, when you're in the military, the nurses come over to inspect, and whatnot, make certain you're being a good parent. And the nurse, of course, had to point out to my mother, the padding's supposed to be on the inside of your crib. Yeah, my mom's like, look here, lady, this is my second kid, and this kid's a crib rocker, and that padding belongs on the outside of the crib. Just some craziness in my life. So we're running a little bit long. We're almost a half an hour. I really don't like these going more than 15, 20 minutes because I don't want to bore you guys. I'd like to just be able to give you some information, get some whatever type of reaction I'm going to get out of you, and call it good. So we ran a little long. I'm calling it even. Get this posted. Y'all be good to each other. Be nice. This is just the ugly truth. The redneck. We out.